Friday, and welcome to Amplified, where we amplify the politics and policies impacting Black and brown communities. I'm Aisha Mills, and tonight we're amplifying the issues faced by indigenous people all across the United States and what the action items are for that community. I spoke with Interior Secretary Deb Haaland, the first Native American to serve as a cabinet secretary in the United States. Here's our conversation. I have with me Secretary of the Interior, Deb Haaland, who has made history a number of times, but most recently as the first Native American Secretary of the Interior for the United States. I am so pleased to have you join me. Thank you so much for being here as we on this day are celebrating Native American Day. How are you doing in your new job? It's such a historic role. I know the president of your tribe, when you were appointed, waxed poetic about how powerful this was for your communities. So how's it been going? Please, let me know. How you doing?
Thank you so much. I'm honored to be here, and thanks for inviting me. And look, everything's going really well. It's an exciting time, I think, for our country when we think about the possibilities for, renew clean energy, the possibilities for folks, we're getting out and being in our public lands and our national parks and so forth. I'm honored and proud to be the first Native American cabinet secretary and to help make sure that we are achieving President Biden's goals.
Well, this role is just so significant as well, because as the Secretary of the Interior, you have domain over really all the public lands. And we know the history in this country where the lands were stolen from Native American peoples. And we actually just saw a big win in a Supreme Court case where in Oklahoma, there's a land reclamation that's happening. Could you tell us a little bit about the significance of that victory in Oklahoma with the McGirt case?
Well, of course, yes. Native American, part of the Department of the Interior's charge is to ensure that we're honoring the trust responsibilities between the federal government and Indian tribes. So that means honoring treaties which never expire, honoring the acts of Congress and executive orders that have passed that Indian tribes are at the forefront of. So with respect to the McGirt case, yes, the Supreme Court recognized that certain lands in Oklahoma are Indian country. And so I feel very confident that the tribes that court case affects will work out all the details, that they will be on the ground floor of the decisions that are being made, and that tribal consultation will continue to happen to make sure that that they are moving that decision forward.
I'm so glad that you said that part of your role is about honoring the United States treaties that never expired, or, just kind of honoring the government's word to do right by the people. And I know so many folks celebrated your appointment because there's a new level of trust now with the Department of the Interior, certainly with the Biden administration, with regards to the indigenous community, because you are there being their champion. And I would love for you to just share with us, what that experience is like for you. Kind of what are you taking the opportunity to take charge of and on with regards to everything from the PR to the policy in engaging with Native American community here?
Thank you. Thanks so much for the question. And look, I start out with something as simple as land acknowledgements wherever I am. And in fact, I am joining you from Washington, D.C., which is the ancestral homeland of the Anacostan and Piscataway people. One thing that I want everyone to recognize is that Native American history is American history, right? This is the history of our country, and long before we had the United States of America, it was a continent full of thousands of diverse Indian tribes. And so I feel confident that under the leadership of Joe Biden, that we're in a new era where representation truly does matter, that we're celebrating diversity, that we're ensuring that tribes have a seat at the table long before decisions are made, that they have a say at the forefront of any decisions that are made long before they're kind of stuck with the aftermath of decisions after they're made. So that's one of the things that I want everyone to know, is that tribal consultation is a priority for our department and for this administration. And of course, I am always pleased when I have opportunities to visit tribal nations. We recently were able to finalize a water settlement for tribes in Montana. That's very exciting. It's exciting to move things forward in a positive way because, look, we have a future that all of us want to be proud of. So I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that future belongs to everyone.
Oh, moving that momentum for sure. You know, having you as representation is certainly getting some cool things done on behalf of all the people, of course, of the United States. What's also awesome to me is that you have an opportunity and a platform to really seek justice in a way that oftentimes we don't think about Native American people with regards to, you know, a lot of the issues that they're facing, a lot of the consequences of things that happen on the reservation or otherwise. Sometimes they're ignored and missed and left out of a conversation because there isn't representation. And so I would love for you to tell us a bit about your work around missing and murdered Indigenous people. I know you started when you were in Congress, and now from the platform that you have, how are you able to just shine a spotlight on an issue that we may not talk about much?
Absolutely. Well, and the way to make sure that it's at the forefront of everyone's minds is to absolutely talk about it. Since being at the Department of the Interior, we've started a missing and murdered unit that will focus on that very issue. Women, Native people, Indigenous people have been have had this fear. You know, assault, murder, rape, kidnapping, all of these things have been happening since the Europeans came to this continent 500 years ago. And so it's a very deep-seated issue that will take a long time to remedy. But very proud that when I was in Congress, I was able to get the Not Invisible Act passed in Congress. Right now, we're working to form a commission that will essentially let us know what it is we need to do to make sure that we're getting to the root of this issue. The Missing and Murdered Unit will focus on solving the unsolved cases. Currently, there are thousands of people, Native people, who have been missing. Their families have no idea what happened to them. We want to solve those cases so that we can give families closure, so that we can ensure that folks can honor the folks, you know, their people in the right way. So it is an important issue, and of course we're going to keep working on it.
Well, we are so proud of you, and the United States, I hope, is going to be so much better off because of you and the work that you do. Thank you for leading through this personal side of the politics and all that you do, and we appreciate you joining us here on Amplified.